Hey, this is Stacia, and hey, it's been a while since we've done a training game, so let's get in there. Probably start a brand new series soon. I think I'll make a real effort to break 1900. Been a little lazy on that front, but that's okay. We're gonna get right back in there. So we're playing at 1774. I'm currently rated 1751, and I will play pawn to e4. So we're playing an Indian player. Looks like we're going to face the Karo Khan. I feel like I'm playing Abby Rapaka right now. See what he does. Panov attack. Pawn to c4. I'm basically saying that I am willing to take on an isolated pawn. I don't think taking right away is a good idea, but okay. They aided my development. I'll probably just go knight to c3 now. They're leaving their bishop locked in, which they are supposed to do. So I think they are just going to play against my isolated queen pawn, and I'm going to try to prove that this pawn is important. Can anchor my knight on e5, amongst other things. Okay, they pin my knight. Don't think I need to care about that. So I mean, I know I have this check, but the thing is they just go knight to c6. That protects the bishop. If I go here, I think just bishop d7. So I don't think it's anything. But maybe I could go for like bishop g5 stuff. They will end up retreating that. I think I'll just castle. This is like the main line, but I think it's slightly better for me than usual because they took here. So usually I'm the one to take and I help them gain a tempo. Instead, they develop my bishop for me, so I should be a little bit better here. I think I just castle. That unpins the knight, so like I'm not really afraid of like knight d5 or anything. Okay, and then the opening phase is almost complete. This is probably going to be a game where I attack on the king side. That's probably what it is because it's an IQP position. I'm developing rapidly, and their bishop is not going to be of any help to the king on c8 or on b7 or on a6. So they'll try to win my pawn. I'll try to checkmate them. That is what I think we're heading towards. Which is fine by me. I like to checkmate people. I know it sounds funny. It's like I can hear my students saying now, like, well, Miss Stacia, isn't that the point of chess? Well, no, there's players that like to, grab a pawn, play the end game, and then they make a queen in checkmate, but usually someone resigns before that. But I'm not somebody who likes to win a pawn, hold on to it, win the end game. No, I want to checkmate them in like 12 moves, humiliate them so that they cannot sleep at night. That is what I like to do. All right, so they castle. How do we proceed? I play this move rather automatically usually. It's almost always correct. Pins my knight, but do I care? Kind of doubt it. I still have bishop d2 if I need it. If they trade off that knight for my bishop, oh, it takes a lot of turns for them to do that. So, I'm very tempted to just pin them. I would expect bishop e7 though. But I don't think I can complain about that position. Oh, they could go knight d7. All right, let's go here. Let's go here, because often we have ideas of like rook e3 and rook somewhere. We also have ideas to control e5 a little more. I like to put my knight there sometimes. Okay, a6 is slow, but it might be a move. I'm a little suspicious now. A little suspicious. So I expect they want to do this, but this is a very slow way to go about it. Okay, hang on. I mean, I probably should look at early d5 pushes too. But as of now, I don't really see the point. I mean, bishop g5 just looks right to me. I don't know. I just want to do it. My instinct is screaming at me to play this, so I'll trust it, I guess. I was looking at other moves like knight e5 and well, what else was I looking at? I'm not sure. I think they might go here though, or they might go b5. Now on b5, I could stay on this diagonal, or I can go to d3. d3 is the one I normally do, but if I go to b3, I still have the option to switch, and I'm ready to make a battery. So I like both of them. Probably b3 is a little bit better, I would think. The other thing about b3 is if I can ever incite them to play pawn to f6, then we target e6. Yes, they did this. Now knight e5 looks kind of interesting because if they do take it, I take with a pawn and I attack the knight. They can go h6, I go here. I really can't complain about that position. My pawn gets upgraded. Their kingside gets messed up. So probably knight e5 is a way to go. I am defend this pawn once, but I don't know. Now I'm expecting b5 from them. So let's just say knight e5, b5. Okay, so then it looks so iffy. I don't know. I'm going to do this one. I mean, does it do anything? I don't know. This knight g5 could be a thing too. Well, I actually like this because then if they do go b5, I have this idea too, which might win the game. And by might, Well, I'm not sure. My bishop would be attacked. They could take my bishop. No, I take their queen. Never mind. But I take their bishop, then they take my bishop. Okay, they play h6. I mean, I'm happy to see that. I don't know. Now the question is, do I play pawn or bishop h4? I think I do. I know it sounds funny, but I kind of want to go back to c1. I kind of do. And then go for Greek gift stuff. But the knight's already on e5. So I think I will go here. Because if g5, I mean, I don't really believe that for them. Only problem is I'm lower on time and I have to go to the bathroom. So like, you know, life is tough. What can you say? Now, I like my position quite a bit. I think white is better here due to the bishop on c8 and the attacking potential that white has. I even have this rook e3 idea now for sure. There's nothing really stopping it. And we provoked one weakness so far, and yeah, with the bishop here, I might have knight f7 ideas. Do I have knight f7 ideas now? Like knight takes f7, rook takes, and bishop takes? I mean, I'm going to win back the rook at least. But that doesn't seem like enough. Just something to keep in mind. So usually, you know, in the Panov, or in these IQP positions in general, black wants to put a knight on d5, and they didn't accomplish that. It's another reason I think white's a lot better here. So like instead their knights are all awkward and stuff. They can't take this. Whoops. They can't take that. Wow, they went for g5. Okay. I mean, I can't complain about this. This is great. I want them to go g5. I mean, I could even sack my bishop, just leave the bishop there to open their king. That's an idea. Probably a very suspicious one. Okay, but I was probably going to go knight e4 next. I mean, do I just go bishop g3 and then play against those pawns? I mean, probably I do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to make a battery. I'm just gonna play this move. I don't think it's worth sacrificing yet. It's kind of like not needed, you know? It's like maybe I could do it, but why spend 3 minutes calculating different things when my position's good? Like, I don't need to do it. I've been trying to play more like a normal human and like not calculate sacrifices every single move. Like, if your position's good, you know, in a rapid game, okay, in slow chess, I'm still going to calculate everything. But you know, in rapid chess, sometimes you got to follow your instincts, and if you see a move that gives you a good position, you play it. And then at critical moments, that's when you use your time. So if it's not a critical moment, I don't think you should use your time in a rapid game. Now, if I want to analyze it later and look at things, that's different. But so they took that because they can. So now if I take with a pawn, they'll trade queens. But my remaining pieces are very active. That being said, I think I prefer to keep queens on the board because it's a very attacking position. So I can take with the bishop. And that bishop looks quite strong there. But almost trapped too, I would say. Could also take with a rook. But I think the bishop is definitely the one I want there. The bishop's vulnerable here, I feel. And it doesn't attack the king side. But if I put it here, protects my pawn. They can move the knight and go f6, but that weakens e6 forever. So my instinct says do this. And now I'm going to go to the bathroom. So let's hope they don't play quickly. Okay, I'm back. Did they play? No, they didn't. Good. We had Sunday class today, by the way. The kids were well behaved, into the chess. It was actually just great. It was great. Got to see some of my favorite chess kiddos. But let's face it, they're all my favorite. I like all of them. I mean, it's not hard to, it's not hard for me to have a good time with a child. Because if the child likes chess, that's it. I like them. That's kind of it. That's all they need. All right, so, they're challenging my bishop. I mean, this feels very weak. But I think it's better than taking the knight on c3. Once again, if they take that, I'm kind of happy. I kind of want to take on f6 and play knight e4, but I don't know. I don't think that's needed yet. I mean, if they take... Okay, what about queen f3? It makes a threat. And then if they try to... then when they take on e5, I can take with a pawn. Which improves my position quite a bit. So I think queen f3. It also stops b5 for now, because I will take a rook. Just making sure they don't trap my queen there. Okay, I like queen f3. Makes my position better with tempo. I'm threatening to take the knight. If they take here, now we take with a pawn. That's going to dislodge the knight. And what I like about that is these squares become available. And then at some point, I'll probably go h4 to try to break down that structure a bit. I also like the idea of knight e4. I'm definitely looking at that. And Well, I'm kind of expecting bishop e7. I mean, I think that's probably the right move, even though they've moved their bishop twice already. So I don't think black's doing well because of that. That bishop on c8 still there. But they've got to defend their knight, so maybe they can move it and go knight d5. Maybe. I don't think so, though. No, they can't do that. Knight d5 is no good. Knight h7 is not good, I doubt it's any good. If I just go knight e4 and come in even more. I rhymed and I didn't even, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Yeah, so I was thinking like if knight here, I'm gonna like, just come forward. So I probably shouldn't do that. I mean, they could go b5, but I could probably just take on a8, right? They take my bishop, I take that. That seems pretty good. If they move, I trade. So they would have to take my bishop. But that pawn's isolated and weak. So down material with isolated pawns. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's good for them. So they took there. I mean, this improves my structure. I don't see a reason to not do this. They can play pawn to g5, but I just don't believe moves like that with the bishop on c8. So they did go for this. So now I can get my rook in the game with tempo. Where does their queen go? Queen a5, I guess. I mean, queen e7 is probably better. But nothing for me to be nervous about. And if they attack the bishop, I think I just go bishop d3. And yeah, I'm a noob. I'm gonna set up the I'm gonna set up the battery like a beginner. Now the battery's powerful. The battery's powerful, especially here, because h7 and yeah, there's the whole king side's like weakened over there. So applying pressure, I think, is the right move. And then I'll probably go h4 at some point. Man, h4 might be strong now, actually, because, well, no, because if I take, they get the knight in, but if they take, that just looks horrible. Yes, they did this. I think that's like not a good move, honestly, because I just go here. I'll see. Yeah, next I go here, and then they have to move their knight, and that's not so easy. Like, where's the knight going? So I think we're close to winning now. Very close to winning. I have this big threat. I guess they can go f5 or something, but it's not something they want to do, right? Like, this is not... So they're going to probably go b5. I mean, they want to go b5, bishop e7. That's what they want to do. That would solve their problem, attack my queen. But I think it's just too slow. They wasted too much time. You know, they developed their bishop here, then they went here. That's why I teach the kids, don't move the same piece twice in the opening. It's kind of a lame rule, but if you do that, you're not having rapid development. You want rapid development, especially in an isolated queen pawn position. Michael Joseph would say it's a principle of the open game. And this is a more open game. All right, so they go there. I mean, okay, so that they realized their problem. They saw what I'm doing, and they're going to go knight to f8. That's fair enough. I want to do this anyway. Then they play knight f8. So do I want to do that? Or do I want to go h4 now? If I go h4 now, they can't push. I take it. If they go b5, I go here, knight f8. Or maybe I just take. Oh, man. I like h4. I like h4 a lot. I could also probably take on h7. I don't want to, though. I don't like that. But if I do that, I get queen f6. I think there's probably a lot of wins now. There's probably a lot of wins. Knight e4 almost as good. There might be a win I'm missing, but I like h4. All right, I'm going to play h4, and then I'm going to have to think because I have 4 minutes. All right, so I might be more quiet now, but I want to figure out the win. Okay, desperate move. But here comes bishop c6. I think I want to take now. Take, pawn takes g5. Take back, knight e4. Or do I threaten? Do I threaten? Maybe I go here. If knight to f8. I mean, I just don't like that the queen's taking up the... I want the queen on f6. All right, I'm going to do this. I don't think this is precise, but it looks good. If I had more time, I'd look for better. But I don't know. I mean, I have queen takes f7. So, what more do you want in life, you know? Let's take king h8. Now I think I might go knight e4 because this has a little trap. Knight e4, if they take here, it's poison because of queen f6. Wait, is it? I don't have queen f6. Ooh, what about check here and takes, threatening this? Okay, I think I should play queen f6. Now, do I go knight e4 or pawn takes g5? The rooks can come in. But if I go here, I have this move. It comes with tempo, so let's do that. Okay, so now we're up material. So, you know, I have that nice option to trade down now if I want to. I kind of think knight e4 is the way to go now. If they move the bishop, I can trade down. I'm guarding e5 and I'm threatening knight takes. That should lead to mate. So I like knight e4 quite a bit. If rook f8, I just take a check. If rook g8, I just have so many good options. I don't know. I'm going to go knight e4. I like it. For g8, just knight takes g5 anyway, right? You have here, knight takes g5. Here, check, here, checkmate. Yeah, it just looks good. I think we're just winning. The Panov attack. I mean, it definitely feels like a Panov attack that went like the best ever. And I think they misstepped in the opening and the middle game, which is why my position got so good. They kind of allowed me to do what I want to do. But that's why I think this is a great weapon for club players, because a lot of club players that play the Caro-Kann, they're used to close positions, they maneuver a bit. They put the bishop on f5 too often. This player didn't do that, but they made the error of just like playing too slowly. Like a6 I thought was a bit slow. Bishop e4 and then retreating to that one square. I forget what square, but that seems slow. So those are two moments I thought were not that great. Okay, I'll try to stay focused now. Maybe I should do that. No, this looks good to me. I don't know. It just seems easy now. So I'm not worried even with 2 minutes. I mean, if they go bishop c6, knight takes g5. Like, just knight takes g5 is just a huge threat. There's nothing they can really do about it. Yeah, I think I just go knight g5. Do I have mate? Yes, well, maybe not. The queen defends. Check. King g8. I can trade down too. So I could take this with check, which is tempting, but I also like this move, attacking their queen. It's not as forcing, though. So maybe they could do something, but not much, to be honest. So I think it should be fine. So I'm going to do it. Oops. That little sound scared me, but I'm glad it went off. Because I do tend to pontificate about what move I want to play. Is that a word? I hope so. I mean, G2 is tender. I got to keep an eye on it, but their queen is sort of glued to defending mate at the moment. And I'm forking them, so I'm kind of expecting this. We take back, and now. Something like check here and rook d3 looks really good. Because that will lead to mate. So they want to trade now. Okay. I probably will. I'm up material, right? Oh, I see a pretty variation. How about this? I see a fork. Check, take, check here, and knight g5 should do the trick. Doing puzzles pays off. So, yeah, if you want to get better at chess, there's a real easy way. Do lots of puzzles. Do lots of puzzle survival. Get a tactics book by theme. That's even better. But if you want to just do puzzles online, like, that's going to work too. Oh, I kind of missed this move. All right, am I winning? I have enough pawns. I'm being kind of lazy at the end of this game. Little too cocky. So let's get focused. I mean, they have to go there. Check here, check. They go here. I think I'm winning in this corner. I don't think I need to worry about the endgame. I think I saw another good knight move at the end. They finally fell for one. Thank you. They avoided my other ones. That was annoying. I thought for sure I was going to get that fork, and I'm like, oh, they have that move. Oops. So I'm kind of lucky. I think I played the end probably kind of sloppy, but good enough. We're going to win the queen now. That should do it. I'll tell my opponent good game. Good game, you play well. Probably just going to put my queen on a dark square and just go here and... I don't know why they're still playing, but I probably wouldn't resign either, so. They're lower on time than me now. You just have to not stalemate, but it should be pretty easy. If he lets me, you know, I'll just go ahead and do my thing. I haven't done it in a long time. Promote to 2 bishops. It seems like they might let me do it. Okay, they resigned. All right, well, good game to my opponent. He did play pretty well. I think he misstepped in the opening and in the middle game, and I did a good job of punishing it, I think. So what are my conclusions? This is how you should analyze a game. You don't look at the engine immediately. You think about the game a bit, and you come up with some conclusions, okay? And then you check your conclusions with the engine to see if you're right. I think the story of this game was the opening. I think that D takes C4 was a little bit weird, allowing me to develop my bishop. So I got a better version of the main line, and I liked bishop G5. Now, I'm not sure what the best approach here is in the middle games. I'm notorious for not playing these precisely, no matter how many times I look at them. But I do think this whole H6 G5 thing is no good. I really think they should have just retreated the bishop back to E7 at some point. Like, probably like here. I thought they should just go bishop E7. And then like knight D5. And then B5. Bishop E7. All that stuff. So, oh, now the board stayed light. It doesn't click back on my computer. I don't know why. So now we have this. Can I refresh? I can refresh. Okay, so yeah, and this is another misstep, most likely. I don't think he should take. That improved my bishop. Maybe he should. I don't know. I liked all of this. Yeah, and again, like, I still think bishop E7 is the right move. We'll see when we get to it. Yeah, and now I just attack. Not too much to think about, honestly. This move looked really good because of that, and queen f6 also looked good. I got both. Yeah, and h4 and knight e4. And why is this rook on a8? So, like, clearly black didn't develop rapidly enough. And then they broke my rule never trade, helping me get my attack in before they're ready. So I think that's what happened this game, and I think I did pretty good. I think I like all of this. Yeah, and I didn't know they were going to block with the bishop. I thought they would go like, well, they can't go here because the knight, you know? So I thought they'd be forced here, and then just, I end up getting this fork later, but I thought I was going to get it right there. I really did. And instead, they made me wait. Same fork. Okay, and then new, okay. That part's kind of easy. Oh, and the computer line. Okay. So, where is it? Oh, some of my pre-move moves. Oh, no, this happened. Okay. All right, now let's look at the game analysis and see if the conclusions are right. %. I kind of expected a little higher than that, so I can definitely learn. I had 4 inaccuracies, 1 mistake. Okay, but I played like a 1950, so that's fine, I guess. Probably didn't play well enough. I never do in the Panov, but I win a lot with it, so that's good enough for me. So yeah, all right. So I had a funny feeling about bishop h4. And turns out I was right. But let's just go through the whole game. I'm going to go back to start. Yeah, that's the last book move. This is a Queen's Gambit accepted. What? This is a Panov attack. I guess this can happen in Queen's Gambit accepted. That's weird to think because we played e4, e5. All right, anyway. Knight e5 is a mistake. I should have gone bishop d3. Yeah, interesting. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I always play knight e5 at the wrong moment. So what's wrong with it? I guess after bishop d3, which I thought about, let's just say they went bishop e7. That's a move I was thinking. Is that what the computer wants? Yeah, it's one of them. Now it wants knight e5. So that doesn't help me. So it just wants to be on the d3 diagonal right away. I'm not sure why. So in my move where I go knight to e5, they can play knight takes e5 and I barely have anything. So let's see. It says pawn takes. I mean, I would have definitely considered rook takes here. So if I go rook takes to not trade queens, then bishop e7. And maybe now they're threatening to move the knight and play f6. It gives a4 from me to stop b5. Okay, what if I go bishop d3 now? Then b5 anyway. And I don't have a good continuation, apparently. I mean, I would definitely think about queen f3. Computer says no because of rook a7 and then bishop e7. Okay, that's fair. So queen e2. And I guess black's better here. My attack is going to fail. Yeah, it does seem that way. I mean, with the bishop on e7, it just doesn't feel like I'm going to have anything. So the way the game went, though, so I should have just gone back to d2. Yeah, I thought g5 was wrong, so I was right about this. White's better. Bishop g3, they take. I thought this was wrong. They go here. I thought this was wrong. Yay, queen f3 is strong. It felt strong. Takes, pawn takes. Now my structure's fixed too. I mean, now I have everything I wanted to accomplish. An attack and a better structure, pawn on e5. Like, I don't know. That's weak in kingside. It's like, it's a dream position, and yeah, it's just winning. So knight to h7, and here's where I decided to do a tempo move. Computer likes it. And then bishop g3. It likes it. It also liked bishop b3, which I'm kind of surprised about. Oh, it's going to go like this, though. So it's kind of the same thing then, because I could do that the other way. I did this one. Yeah, now they should go f5. That's a desperate, this is like a desperate, like, defensive move. So that if I take, their knight can come come back and try to hold this, but it weakens e6, and it only works well here because I already took my bishop off the diagonal. Now the bishop, once the pawn on e6 is weakened in the Panov, and well, anytime a new weakness appears, then you switch and you attack it. So the bishop would actually come back to that other diagonal again because things have changed. All right, so anyway. h4, it wants bishop h7 first, and then rook d8. Wow. And I guess that's completely winning. Let's look at that for a second, because this would have been faster, apparently. So takes, and then what? I guess check. And then what? Oh, rook d1. The queen can't really go anywhere. Wow. Yeah, the queen has no good moves. She would have to just step out of the way, trade herself. Trade yourself. Do it. And we can just play queen e7, avoid the queen trade because we're threatening to pin and win. And the bishop can't move either. Yeah, this is how Stockfish plays. It like it really punishes like situations where you can't move pieces well. Just like binds you up, even in this position. Okay, anyway, I like the way I did it. Check. Yeah, this is winning. I mean, I'm not going to... I like looking at the computer's way of doing it, but there's no complaints here. I mean, this is just winning. So the way I did it was right. And now queen g5. Oh, I did this one. So I had queen g5, but this was too good to not go for it. And it is winning. Takes, check, here. Yeah, because like I was saying before, I thought they'd go here, but then check. They have this other move, though, which I didn't see, which is bishop e8, but this is still winning. Just check. And now they blunder the fork. They have to go like king h8 here and make me work a little bit more. Not sure what I would have done here, to be honest. I probably would check. And then I don't know what. Probably here or something. I don't know. And then just try to win this from here. But I like the fact that their queen can't really wander far because I have check. And actually they can. It's defended, but I don't know. So that was the game. I think it was an interesting game. I think I learned something from it. And, well, that's all we really need, right? So I'll consider this a successful endeavor and hope you enjoyed it too. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.